University, where the Marietta Pioneers take on the ONU Polar Bears. This game brought to you by Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, J&R Auto, Four Seasons Drive-Thru, Buckeye Ford, Stolly Insurance, NKTelco, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. This is an NKTelco Sports production.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ada, Ohio for today's men's OAC basketball contest between the Marietta Pioneers and the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. I'm Jeff Henshin. Alongside me today is Dennis Henshin, and we have a game that features two teams near the top of the OAC standings. Marietta in first place, tied with Mount Union at 4-1. Ohio Northern just one game back at 3-2. It's early in the season, but Ohio Northern, Dennis, off to a good start, albeit suffered a tough loss their last outing, and will look to rebound today against a very good Marietta team.
Yeah, like you said, Marietta, number 13 in the country, 4-1 in the league. Had a couple of, I'll call it miscues here over the holidays. They went to Florida, played in some invitational tournament there, which is basically just the fun in the sun maybe. And they lost those, but they did bounce back the other night with a big victory over Muskingum in a rather convincing 100-64 victory. Yes, they're coming into the game today with 5 guys in double figures, so they've got balanced scoring all the way from 10 up to 17. So it'll be very interesting. Northern, on the other hand, loser of 3 in a row, and they are fighting the injury bug. And when I say fighting the injury bug, yeah, they've got 3 guys down. They're missing Bruns, Fitzhands, and Pepper, and they're all basically the same position players. So that leaves them very thin. They're going to have to bring a couple of guys off the bench who haven't had a lot of minutes, but they have played well. But they're going to have to do something because they're missing almost 19 points of production out of those 3 guys.
Yeah, that interior position.
Oh, my.
So
and we noticed that because in the last game, which this is a guard-oriented offense, or can be, and they just couldn't get the ball to go down. And when they didn't make the outside shots, they didn't have any free throws, so we know that probably not many shots went up inside. Everything was outside. And sometimes when you become one-dimensional
and that particular day against Otterbein, Northern just didn't make the outside jumper like they had all season. That really began to hurt them, and they suffered their season low in points, just 50 points, losing 60-50. So they'll look to obviously here at home get that shooting stroke back, and hopefully that outside shot can carry them while they recover, if you will, from the inside injuries. And should be a good game. They're going to have their hands full against a very good Marietta team, and we're going to take a timeout here. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and your basketball game opening tip here on NKTelco Sports.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs.
Welcome back as we meet the starters from Marietta. First, number 1 was Dylan Young, 3 Anthony Wallace, 11 Keith Richardson, 21 Kyle Dixon, and their leading scorer, number 32 AJ Edwards. Marietta is coached by John Vanderwall in his 10th season. And now for the Ohio Northern University Polar Bears. Joey Hurlis, number 1 out of Van Wert. He's a senior. Number 14, local product out of Ada, Ohio, Connor Baker. Making his first start of the season, Joey Diorio, number 22. Leading scorer for the Polar Bears, number 30, Nate Berger. And Aaron Tress, number 40, the 5th starter for the Polar Bears. Polar Bears are coached by Rich Bensman in his first season. He's assisted by Matt Winters and Johnny Shigeru. So there are your starters for both teams. And before we have the opening tip, we'll go through our keys to the game, brought to you today by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And first for Marietta, Dennis.
Okay, they want to continue to score from three-point land. They've been pretty effective from there so far. And today, with the injuries that are facing Ohio Northern, they have a size advantage inside as well as maybe at the forward position, so continue to use their size. Now let's jump over to ONU and get theirs, and they'd like to be able to get to the free throw line. Last time out, as we said, they're missing 3 players, all in the same area, all bigs, so they didn't get to the foul line very much, had a low-scoring game, so they'd like to get back to the free throw line, as well as cut down on the turnovers. They had a few too many the other night, and they're lost 50 when they only scored 50 points that evening. So those are the keys to the game, brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Salina.
Well, 10 seconds into the game, the Polar Bears pick up their first foul. It goes against number 40, Aaron Tress, his first. And again, that's a position the Polar Bears are light at, so hopefully Tress doesn't pick up his second foul. They go right at Edwards, right at Aaron Tress, and it's off the mark and rebounded by the Polar Bears. Their first opportunity now on offense. Baker up top over to number 30, Berger, who's been the leading scorer primarily off the bench. Diorio, in his first start of the season, opens up with a triple. Good start for number 22, Joey Diorio.
Had a couple of big games already in his career here, but he has not been starting. He's always been coming off the bench, so that's a nice sign for him as well as for Coach Bensman that he's got it in groove.
Man-to-man defense applied by the Polar Bears. Kick out shot. Anthony Wallace off the mark, rebounded by the Polar Bears. Have a little bit of advantage numbers-wise, and a nice entry pass from Hurlis and a basket by Baker. Good job by the Polar Bears in transition.
Hurlis penetrated and dropped it off to the cutting Baker, and Baker was there for the 2-footer. There's a near steal.
A lot of intensity, a lot of excitement for the Polar Bears on the bench as they need to get off to a good start, riding a 3-game losing streak. A tough task at hand today with the number 13th ranked Marietta Pioneers in town. A good start so far for the Polar Bears. A lot of basketball left to go, but a good start here in the first 2+ minutes. Dress off the rim, and then 3 different scorers for the Polar Bears.
Maybe hooked by Thress there off of the block. Nice soft touch. Reverse layup there.
A.J. Edwards, leading scorer on the court at 17 points a game, able to get around Tress. And remember, Tress already with
1 foul.
Yeah, they have it marked on the board wrong. Yeah, it is Tress with his first foul, or 1 foul. Baker nearly loses the handle, and it'll be a held ball, and that will stay with the Polar Bears. They avoid the turnover, and it will stay with Ohio Northern. The Polar Bears in the white jerseys with black numbers trimmed in orange. Marietta in the navy blue uniforms with gray lettering trimmed in white. 12 seconds left on the shot clock as it did not reset, so the Polar Bears have to get an offense quickly. Down to 5. Diorio, a 3-pointer up and in at the buzzer.
As the shot clock expires, it hits the net.
I told you just before the game started, Diorio had a big game last year where he shot very well, and so far 2 for 2 today. Skip pass to the hot man on the court, just short off the iron and rebounded by the Pioneers.
A lot of intensity there by Berger as he felt bad on missing that shot. Another one inside there to the big fella.
A.J. Edwards with all 4 of the Pioneers' points here. A 10-4 lead for the Polar Bears as we approach just under 17 minutes to go here in the first half. Berger shot just short. Nice move, didn't get it to drop. Pioneers quickly down the court. Northern remains in the man-to-man defense, and there'll be a foul before the shot. And that'll be Dylan Young. He had the advantage on Berger. Was able to pick up the personal foul. Second foul for the Polar Bears. Shot clock resets to 30. And they will go right back, and again, Dylan Young able to get around Berger. A good strong move by Dylan Young, a junior out of Logan Elm High School. Man-to-man defense also being applied by Marietta, and picking up the foul against Marietta will go against Dylan Young. Teams first. The officials for today: Nick Terry, Eric Brown, and Tom Riepenoff. Baker with the basketball, back up top to Hurlis. Over to Berger, gets a high screen. Diorio already 6 points. That time his shot blocked by A.J. Edwards. Rebounded by the Pioneers, and quickly they go down the floor. And interior shot up and in by number 21, Kyle Dixon. And Pioneers have scored some consecutive trips down the court and have cut the lead down to 2. Good answer by Nate Berger, a three-pointer, the 5'10 junior out of Alter High School. Leading scorer this year, 14.5 points a game. And had been basically coming off the bench player, but has now, due to injuries, been called upon to start. Aaron Tress answers, so Ohio Northern back-to-back consecutive
Tress
scores.
up the floor early, just waiting inside the paint for the ball, got it, and just put it up on the glass and scored. There's a spin around turn, baby hook by Edwards.
Well, Edwards is a tough man to stop. He's strong, and Tress already with a personal foul. Needs to be careful he doesn't pick up his second foul. And Edwards, a very good field goal shooter, making over half of his shots, shooting at 55% as Edwards. Probably a lot of his shots come into paint. Edwards here, I believe it.
Yes.
Edwards is the player we've been speaking about, picks up his first foul, and going to the free throw line is number 40, Aaron Tress.
As we said in the pregame, the ONU squad is missing 3 players, and that's about 19 points of offense, and they all come from the big. So there's a large load on Aaron here because he's got to carry a good bulk of the minutes here. He's got to guard and he's got to score.
85% free throw shooter on the season, 17 of 20 coming into the contest, makes both free throws. And during that break, a substitution for Marietta, number 34, who set the high screen up there, Caleb Hoyne out of Salina, Ohio.
Nice leaner there by number 11, Keith Richardson.
Caleb Hoyne, a freshman, a local product from Salina, has some friends and family here today. You see some green shirts and jackets spread out through the crowd. And Connor Baker connects for the triple, his 5th point, and back to an 8-point lead. So again, a great start for a team that struggled offensively. Their last outing scoring just 50 points. Ohio Northern averages 79, almost 80, and to score just 50, a lot of things went wrong that particular night on Wednesday, and the Polar Bears suffered their 2nd league loss, and we'll look to kind of erase that from their memory and be positive today as that basket scored by number 21, Kyle Dixon. Berger will be fouled, and he will go to the line for 2 shots.
Game's going at a pretty furious pace here. Now we do have a timeout right now, and that's going to be I believe, a full.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more OAC men's basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just 20 bucks. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for 5 bucks and a 16-piece for 20. Four Seasons drive-thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern. The Polar Bears off to a good start here in the first half. 20-14, the Polar Bears lead. They have done a nice job controlling the basketball, just one turnover. They've been shooting the ball very well, 63% from the field. And the Ohio Northern has been shooting at 70% actually. Marietta also shooting very nicely at 63%, but Ohio Northern has taken advantage of the three-point shooting, 4 of 5 from downtown. And Marietta yet to score a triple.
Law of average. What we didn't get Wednesday night, we get on Saturday?
Well, that you would think that's the case, as again, Wednesday was really below average in shooting, three-point shooting, not many free throw attempts, and had a high number of turnovers. So like I said, that Wednesday night Otterbein loss, a lot of things went wrong, and maybe it's good to get them all out of the way in one game and then move on. But right now, Northern, the 6-point lead. As you get a look there at head coach Rich Bensman, his first season as head coach. It's been a couple seasons as the assistant, trying to get his players adapt to his new style.
Devin Allen on the floor now for the Polar Bears. He makes his first appearance.
As well, not only with his new system, but now with a couple injuries which we spoke about. You've got to get the new rotation down where people are comfortable with their new playing partners, as Allen and also Sibylla in for the Polar Bears. He's a freshman, Alex Sibylla, out of Zionsville, Indiana. So a couple of new Polar Bears on the court, a 7-point lead.
Daniel Donner is also in on the baseline there for the Bigs. So.
Number 54, Daniel Donner, a 6'6" freshman out of Northmore High School. 5 on the shot clock. Berger will have to get a shot off, and nice drive to the basket.
Berger gets left alone as the clock expires, goes all the way to the glass, and lays it in.
Good possession. They rebounded the missed free throw, so it basically turned out to be a 3-point play. And Sibylla a little too aggressive there, the 6'4" junior. I think maybe I called him a freshman. He's a junior. Should pick up his first foul. Team foul number 3 against Ohio Northern. 9-point lead for the Polar Bears. Step back 3-point shot in by Anthony Wallace. 6'2" redshirt sophomore out of West Virginia.
A foul there on Marietta, and it's going to be over here on the side with the Polar Bears.
Polar Bears, largest lead of the game right now, which is 9. Substitutions for Marietta, number 23 and also number 1. 23 is Tristan Tillman, and number 1 was a starter, Dylan Young, coming back into the lineup.
Connor Baker to inbounds.
So Berger will run the offense up top. They continue to face man-to-man defense by both squads. Baker with the basketball. And there's some contact underneath, and it's going to be a personal foul against the Polar Bears. And if it is, it'll be the second foul on number 23, Alex Sibylla. And that's one spot where we've mentioned the Polar Bears are somewhat thin at. Aaron Trest out of the lineup right now, getting a break, and Sibylla has now picked up quickly his second foul. Three-point shot, no good by Dylan Young, and a lot of fingers pointing, and I guess the only one that matters in this case was Tom Riepenoff, as 5 Marietta players are pointing towards their basket. That should be their ball. And the only man that matters right now is referee Tom Riepenoff, and he said it went off of a Marietta player's leg, and it will be a Ohio Northern basketball. Connor Baker with a step, and he will pick up a personal foul. A little hand check violation called against Anthony Wallace, number 3 for the Marietta Pioneers. Just his first foul. A.J. Edwards back in for the Pioneers, as is number 22, Kyle Woodruff. Allen gives off to Berger. Baker to the basket.
Double clutches and puts it over the front edge and down.
Nice move by Connor Baker. Had some tall defense in his face, able to, as you mentioned, double clutch and score the shot. Caleb Hoyne out of Salina, Ohio, offensive stick back. The illegal screen, that's going to be 3 fouls in about
Sevilla.
2.5 minutes. So a short stint for Sevilla, and Joey DiOrio will come back in to the Polar Bear lineup, and tough break for number 23, Alex Sevilla. 6-point lead. The Polar Bears had opened up as much as a 9-point lead. They get the ball into Edwards. And a blocking foul called against number 54, Daniel Donner, 6'6" sophomore, who the last trip down I thought played pretty good defense against A.J. Edwards, contending his shot very nicely. This time gets called for the body check. He picks up his first foul. That's the sixth team foul against Ohio Northern.
And there's a strip by Northern, but it'll stay with the Marietta squad.
Good help side defense by the Polar Bears to avoid the drive to the basket. Polar Bears on defense. Pioneers looking inside at Edwards. Cross-court pass picked off. Good hands by number 14, Connor Baker, to snatch that out of the air, and the Polar Bears will go back to work on offense. Berger pulls up and hits a nice 10-footer, pushes the lead back to 8.
Almost a runner. He wasn't even stopped. He just kind of glided in there. Put it in there. Edwards now on the baseline. Bounces off the back of the
Good job
iron.
by number 54, Donners, holding his own and forcing Edwards into a tough shot. And they try to reward Donner at the other end. Luckily, he's able to save the long pass. Baker is fouled, counting the 3-point basket. He'll go to the line to try to convert the 4-point play. That basket right there gave Ohio Northern their biggest lead of 11.
Foul is on Kyle Woodruff, a freshman, 6-footer out there playing defense. He got a hold of the shooter. Now it looks for a 4-play right here.
Baker 72% on the season from the free throw line. And we talked about not getting to the line. Polar Bears now 4 of 5 here in the first half, good for 80%.
If this keeps up at this rate, they'll have 20 free throws on the night.
They average probably just under those attempts, maybe 17, 18 attempts a game. And yeah, this rate, as you mentioned, they're going to be on pace to at least get the high teens. And usually that's a good thing when you're shooting free throws. You're either ahead and teams are fouling you, trying to catch up late in the game, or you're being aggressive and going to the basket and drawing fouls and getting those shots from the free throw line. As there's a nice pull-up jumper by number 11, Keith Richardson. Boy, quickly, no time off the clock. Baker had a good shot. Allen, good-looking shot, just did not go down. Remains a 10-point lead for Ohio Northern. Offensive rebound, no good, so the Pioneers can't capitalize on the second chance. Polar Bears dodged that mistake and will go to work again on offense. Ohio Northern's been playing very good so far here in this first 10 minutes plus of the first half. Donner's pull-up jumper off the mark. Shot clock at 15, plenty of time for the Pioneers. Strong diagonal pass to the corner for 3. No good by Dixon, and it goes off of a Pioneer hands. Again, they don't think so, but the referee says yes, and it goes over to Ohio Northern.
DiOrio playing a lot of energized, inspired basketball, and on that play right there, he's battling for it. When the call went the other way, he was happy.
Aaron Tress back into the ball game, so he was able to take a break, Dennis, and still Ohio Northern able to maintain the lead.
Hurlis back in. He's on the baseline now. Picked it up.
So the Polar Bears still with possession down to 15. Allen kicks out to Tress, who buries a 16-footer. So Tress showing not only that he can do it from inside, but hits the perimeter jumper as well. Back to a 12-point lead that matches the largest lead of the first half. 3-point shot off the mark by Woodruff. Devin Allen with the basketball. Tress on the baseline. Step through will be well defended by Caleb Hoyne. Connor Baker, three-pointer, no good. There's a whistle. And a foul goes against Ohio Northern. Aaron Tress, his second foul. And that will be, unless that's, okay, that's not team control, so it'll be bonus 1-1 for the Pioneers of Marietta College.
I believe it was on the rebound, not on the screen.
Number 5, Austin Allmeyer from Elida, a 6'2" freshman making his first appearance today for the Polar Bears. So Tress goes right back out after just coming in, hitting a jumper, and will sit back down with those 2 personal fouls. Free throw up and in by A.J. Edwards. 53% shooter. As mentioned earlier, he was shooting over 55% from the field, just 53% from the free throw line. Makes 1 of 2. Hurlis working his way into the paint.
He's a left-hander, and he got it to the left side.
Diorio comes up with a loose ball after it was stripped out of the hands of Hurlis. And Hurlis will be called for the foul. He's a little upset. I think he thought he got fouled a couple times on his attempt going to the basket, and then playing aggressive defense at the other end. Gets called for the personal foul, his first. Keith Richardson will be at the free throw line for a 1+1. 8 minutes even left here in the first half. Polar Bears 5-7 overall, 3-2 though in the OAC. Marietta 9-3 overall, 4-1 in the OAC. Marietta's lone league loss came against John Carroll, which Ohio Northern beat in December by 2 points, a close game. I think it was 93-91.
And Dylan Young's on the floor now for Marietta, replacing Salina native Caleb Hoying, who sits down for a break.
Polar Bears. Allmeyer, nice take to the basket.
Just laid it on there, couldn't quite get it over the top edge.
Doesn't play a lot of minutes, but getting his name called today to contribute, that would have been a nice 2-point bucket, but just could not get over the edge of the rim. Rebounded by the Pioneers, and they go to work on offense.
There's a near travel.
And they score.
Baseline drive there by Anthony Wallace.
Wallace with an aggressive move, baseline cuts the lead down to 7, so 5 unanswered points by the Pioneers.
7-point lead for the Polar Bears right now.
Call this maybe a big possession, as the Polar Bears have been held scoreless now. And driving to the basket is Hurlis. He is fouled and will go to the free throw line for a 1-1.
Got his pocket picked from behind, but there was a little grabbing and touching of the arm, so that's why he lost the handle. He goes to the line, as Jeff said, to shoot a 1-1 here.
85% on the season is Hurlis. Again, the team shooting at 73%, a very good mark as a team. And again, it's why it's important. They missed that one, that they get a number of attempts off, because they usually contribute, or I should say take advantage of those attempts from the free throw line. A nice entry pass and a basket by A.J. Edwards. I believe the assist came from number 11, Keith Richardson. 5-point lead now, 7 unanswered by the Pioneers.
Almost like a 4-guard offense for Northern, with 4 pretty quick guards, 1 big guy with Donner over there on the block on the backside.
Shot clock down to 5. Allen sees the mark. Tough shot, well defended, offensive rebound. Allmeyer.
Allmeyer ran right into that and went right on up in one motion.
Could have maybe even been fouled, but more importantly for the Polar Bears, Allmeyer scores the basket. 6'2" freshman out of Elida High School.
There's a double clutch, and over the back gets DiOrio as he was being checked out by A.J. Edwards. Looks like Edwards will be going to the line here to shoot 1-on-1 for Marietta.
There's a timeout on the floor, TV or media timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching men's college basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Welcome back to Ada, Ohio, where it's a good start here for the Polar Bears. Up 7, they've led throughout the game, got off to a good start. I believe led maybe 5 or 7-0 and have held on. They've had as much as a 12-point lead. Marietta has cut it down to as much as I think 5 here recently, maybe a 7. But Polar Bears playing some good basketball, shooting the ball very well.
Yeah, right now Marietta's putting it up there from the field at 50%. ONU's putting it up there at 59, almost calling the 60 range. So a real good offensive game by both teams. This is a very cold day actually out here. It's probably in the single digits. We've got a big crowd on hand today since school is not even in session, and this building is a bevy of activity. We're here in the gymnasium of the Joe and Margaret Campoli Court, but they've got a large high school indoor track meet taking place in the other portion of the building. So the parking lot's jammed, folks, I'll tell you that. So a great day for basketball, great day for an indoor track meet, I'll tell you that. So we're happy to be with you. I hope you enjoy the broadcast, and that brings A.J. Edwards to the foul line. He's going to be shooting a 1-on-1, I believe.
First one for Edwards, no good. Again, doesn't shoot the ball very well from 15 feet. And Hurlis's pass was kicked. It wasn't intentional, so it's a live ball. He threw it. The player did not try to kick it defensively, so it stays alive. And Edwards is battling it. I believe he tapped it off of the support.
If that's a foul on Edwards.
It's not a foul. It was tipped up in the air off of the brace on the backboard, the strap. So it was Edwards who I believe tipped it in the air. It belongs to the Polar Bears as we're under the 6-minute mark. A 7-point Ohio Northern lead. Allen gets it inside to Donner. Donner outside to Allmeyer, who had to stick back bucket a couple possessions ago. Shot clock down to 5. Hurlis left-handed three-point shot, no good. And rebounded nicely by a couple Pioneers. They had a good check out, making sure no Polar Bear could get to the glass.
Wallace with a drive that gets blocked by Donner.
Oh, he was out of bounds.
Oh,
so.
he landed. He got his own tip, block shot back, and landed on the out of bounds line. So ball stays with Marietta.
Good play defensively.
Stopped the layup.
Yeah, it did by Donner. Daniel Donner could have his hands full guarding Edwards. That's for certain. A big post presence is Edwards, and just using his size and strength and offense will win that battle when you basically.
He's a strong left-handed player. When he gets on the block, right now he has almost proved that nobody can stop him. 3-guard offense, 2 on the post.
Nice step through move.
Donner
nearly got a nice move against Edwards. It comes up empty. And the Polar Bears get a steal on the other end. Joey DiOrio comes up with it.
Allen has it across into the paint. Kicks out to
Allmeyer
Allmeyer.
for three. Nice
Got it.
answer. Austin Allmeyer coming off the bench. 5 points for him. Another block. this
DiOrio
time.
from behind.
And he's feeling it.
He's jacked. He's jacked up, man.
You mentioned the intensity he plays with. He's quite the firecracker.
Yes, he is. He was cheering coming down the floor.
That's good emotion.
Hurlis with the skip pass that's knocked down. Stolen. Now the
And
race
Polar
to the
Bears
other
will have
end.
to hustle back, and they will get a break here as the violation, the palming or the carrying of the ball will turn it over to the Polar Bears.
I believe Kyle Dixon carried it as he kind of slowed up and wanted to change directions, kind of cupped it, got it underneath a little bit. Once there's a pause on that this year, that's a
stops your dribble.
point of emphasis. Once again, Caleb Hoying back in the lineup for the Marietta Pioneers.
4 minutes even left here in the first half. Ohio Northern holds on to an 8-point lead. Again, they've led wire to wire thus far. Pass into Donner's contested. They reverse it back out. Allmeyer will be fouled.
Oh, they're going to get Allmeyer
Off.
for using his hand.
Okay.
A little bit of a push-off. I didn't think it really affected the play of the game, but it's how they see it. And they called it an Allmeyer, and that'll be a foul on him, his first.
So the ball goes back over to the Pioneers. Team control foul does not require free throws. Three-pointer by Dylan Young, no good. DiOrio, nice job securing the rebound.
Hurlis pushing the pace if he can.
Open shot for Austin Allmeyer off the mark. Good rebound by Donner. Number 12, Devin Allen, his first bucket from the foul line. And that puts the lead back up to 10. So Ohio Northern's so far been successful on answering the Pioneers' runs that they've made. And I've gotten it from a number of players here in the first half, a number of players scoring.
And there's
Wow.
a nice basket underneath there by Keith Richardson. He got a backdoor cut, and he saw it. Oh, there was a travel that didn't get called.
A lot of hands flying around the ball, and Richardson able to get his shot up and in. And an 8-point lead now for Ohio Northern. They will run their offense with under 20 on the shot clock. Ohio Northern's had a number of possessions where it's going down to the final 5 seconds or so where they've kind of really had to force the offense, and we're in the same situation here. And there's a foul that'll help the Polar Bears. That'll put them on the foul line as a foul goes against number 3, Anthony Wallace.
And that's going to put Allen at the free throw line, and he's shooting them at about an 89% clip.
15 of 17 is Allen on the season, so got some guys on the Polar Bears team that really shoot the free throw well.
It's a big part of the game. It's sometimes overlooked, and people talk about critical free throws. They're all critical. First half, second half, they're free. Make them. I mean, the college game has actually somewhat slipped with the free throw shooting ability. The numbers are down. So Allen with his second attempt.
That is good also. So the Polar Bears back up to 10.
Get a stop.
As we approach the final 2 minutes of the first half. At halftime, we'll catch Coach Rich Bentzman as he comes off the floor, get his first half comments. Right now, he's got to be pleased, you think, with his team's performance. Another good job by defense there on Donner against A.J. Edwards, forcing a difficult shot.
DiOrio with the rebound, and he brings it across the paint.
They find Donner on the baseline. His shot is short. DiOrio with the offensive rebound, and again, the excitement level for number 22 is there. And a timeout on the court, a 30-second timeout. The Polar Bears on top, 44-32. Exciting first half for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, they came out energized. That game the other night, they are almost scoring what they did the other night in the whole night.
Yeah, they had 50 against Otterbein. They've got 44 now. While we have a break, I'd like to run through our sponsors for today's game. They include Stolly Insurance, Buckeye Ford, J&R Auto Repair Service, Yamada East Steakhouse of Japan, and Four Seasons Drive-Thru. I'd like to thank those fine sponsors that allow us to do this, and this is men's college OAC basketball action between Marietta and Ohio Northern. A good game today for the Polar Bears, coming in on a 3-game losing skid, battling some injuries and facing the 13th ranked team in the nation, trying to make it all work out. And so far, they've done a nice job doing that. With just over a minute and a half to go until halftime. Another carry violation, I believe it was on the same player.
Yeah, I don't know. It was either on Young or Wallace
You're right,
a bit
maybe.
ago, and now it's on Young this time. So down to a minute 43 in the first half.
12-point leads for the Polar Bears. That's their largest lead of the half, as they've been able to maintain the lead throughout.
As much as you'd like to say that's a safe lead, I've seen 19 and 20-point leads go down the drain around here.
It doesn't take long for the guys at this level. They can turn things around pretty quickly, and you got to avoid the runs on offense, not allowing those teams to get on runs.
If you have enough depth, then you have a chance to attack and attack a lot. Nice move by Hoying across the paint with his right hand.
Finishes with a nice soft touch. Back to a 10-point lead. Again, some critical possessions here. You hate to go down on a bad note, if you will, to end the half, the final 60 seconds.
Berger on the right side stops with
another
a raindrop.
Floater off the baseline. That's a tough shot without a bank board. He's able to cash in, and Diorio with the steal.
And he leads the attack. Over to Baker.
Baker will be fouled, so he goes
down
hard, and he'll be at the foul line for 2. Credit to number 22, Joey Diorio. Not only has he chipped in with 8 points here in the first half, but he's made some great defensive plays and got the steal down at the other end to lead the charge this way. And at the foul line will be number 14, Connor Baker. 73%.
And a nice shot there. That gives him 12 already in the first half.
And the biggest lead of the game.
Number 13 right now. 43 seconds to go here in period number 1.
Second shot by Baker is no good, rattles out.
So here comes the Pioneers.
It'll be the final 30-plus seconds here. And again, we'll try to catch Coach Bensman at halftime. As a nice move by number 11, Keith Richardson.
Richardson kind of hung on the air, avoided the would-be block, and then kind of kissed it off the glass up and in. So Allen has it now at midcourt, counting down. We're at 18 seconds and counting. So now he attacks. 12 seconds on the shot clock now at 10. There's a steal. Right there, Richardson has it, gone. 4 seconds. Baker has it, 2 at half court. Off the glass, no good. So in a moment here, Coach Benson will be talking to Jeff.
Coach Bensman, good first half for your team. You've played well. You've led throughout the game. You got to be pleased with your offense coming off a rough outing last Wednesday.
Yeah, you know, I don't think we played with the necessary intensity on Wednesday. We got some guys injured, so we're a little bit beat up, and there's some key guys. But we got some other guys. We're a basketball team, so we got some other guys. I thought we didn't play with the necessary intensity and the sense of urgency on Wednesday, and I addressed that with the guys.
Well, we talked about, we noticed the intensity even from the guys on the bench. Just a lot of involvement vocally, and it's come out on the court that your team's played very well. And you know, you got a tough second half. You know that Marietta's going to come out and compete.
Absolutely. So it's a game of runs, and we got to have ours, and we got to stop theirs.
Well, thank you, Coach. We'll let you go. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more college basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
I did have fear, especially since my brother was a pharmacy major. Their courses are really tough. And then as I started in the engineering program, I quickly learned that not all the material was that easy, especially since I had no experience. But it was mainly just my hard work ethic and the professors wanting to interact with you, constantly reaching out to try to help you, that kind of eased my mind a little bit.
Ohio Northern University has always had a strong relationship with the Village of Ada. Because of this, I was able to write a community EPA grant for a composting facility to better handle the food waste at both the university and the Village of Ada. Throughout my research, I identified multiple issues that are facing both the university and the Village of Ada. The main being the amount of food waste that's traveling to the wastewater treatment facility, entering their anaerobic digestion, which is causing for unnecessary maintenance of the anaerobic digestion. I'm thankful I was able to attend Ohio Northern University, where both the administrative staff and the professors support students in their passions in life. One of my biggest passions has always been how I can make the world a better place. And I believe that starting with food waste composting is just one small way that both the Village of Ada and the university can make the world a better place. Good?
Good. I like that. Love it. All right.
Take like 9.
Achieving a Hall of Fame status, it would just take the cake. It would be the greatest honor.
They put in rigorous hours to become not just a great student, but a great athlete, a great person, and obviously it's paid off.
You look at the wall and you see all these people that have done it before you, and that's what motivates me to keep going every day.
They have put ONU on a pedestal.
They have laid the foundation to what a great player should be like. I think that being inducted in the Hall of Fame shows that you were one of the best at your time while you played here at ONU.
Saying that you're gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame, I don't know. I guess tears of joy would be a good word for it. A big adrenaline rush would probably bring me back to my college days, reminisce on a lot of memories that I've had. It would just put me on cloud 9, I guess.
Come back to ONU and see the Polar Bear family and everybody that's passed through here, and see that you've made an impact in what you've done.
Something you can only dream of. It's definitely something you have to work towards. You have to want from day one.
Something they should cherish and look back on and show to their kids. And if I was ever inducted, that I would cherish. So
being in the Hall of Fame is one of the greatest accomplishments you can achieve as an athlete here at ONU.
Everybody at ONU, we're just one big family, and we're all so proud of them.
To all the Hall of Fame inductees, you've achieved one of the greatest accomplishments that you can achieve as an athlete. I hope to be at your level one day. Congratulations, and good luck at the ceremony.
It's not often you get a chance to thank publicly someone who has provided something to this scale. It's a spectacular facility, and it's one of the best in college soccer. It's one of the best in track and field anywhere. A great day for us to be able to gather together and thank the Kirscher family for their generosity and their support of our sports.
Kirscher Stadium, home of Ohio Northern's men's and women's soccer team and men and women's outdoor track team, is now one of the finest soccer track stadiums in the nation. The stadium not only serves the university, but provides a first-rate facility for the entire West Central Ohio sports and recreation community, and we are very, very proud of that. And we thank Bob and Barb, because now the dream of a first-class soccer and track stadium is truly a reality. So please, everyone, join me in expressing our deep gratitude and sincere appreciation to the Kirschers for their generosity and their love of Ohio Northern. We thank you.
Better way to celebrate the opening of such a cool space than to have a bunch of really good food, sports on the TVs, and hang out with all your friends.
We had the privilege and exciting honor of being the focus group for this amazing new space.
And really what this came about is we had always wanted someplace on campus that students could hang out that would draw people to McIntosh Center. So what we did is we pulled together a bunch of student opinions, and we've been working on this concept for quite some time. And now that it's here, it is incredible to see in person.
We have been wanting this for a while, ever since I was a freshman, and I'm a senior now. Now that it's here, it feels like it was all worth it. We're so appreciative.
And I think what the best part is Gina and I aren't going to be on campus next year, but we've both talked about wanting to come back just to see this space again and to see it being used and to see students enjoying it so much. So I think it'll bring us back to campus too, because I really want to see people enjoying it for years to come.
And a huge goal of our administration was to raise school spirit. And what better way to do it than to have a place to hang out and grow in that school spirit? And now we're not going to be able to find a seat in here for weeks because it's going to be so packed.
Even though ONU is a small school, I've been able to see a lot of the world through the travels through the music department. Music is the universal language that draws us all together. Through my time at Ohio Northern, I've been able to travel with the music ensembles to Germany, England, Scotland, Wales, Italy, and Luxembourg. And sharing music with the different people there has been a really transformative experience about going to Ohio Northern. Before I was in college, I never thought that I would want to travel a lot, but once I started traveling, I just want to go everywhere now, so
Right now, as it stands, there's no criminal punishment for human trafficking of children for the purposes of adoption, and that's what I did my seminar paper on. And I was able to reach out to some people and give a proposed solution to the human trafficking in Cambodia. So it was something that I never would have thought myself to divulge in, but given the opportunity, I jumped in head first. I'm not sure where I will go after law school, but I know that ONU has paved the highway, and there's 8 different turns, and they've prepared me for whatever turn that I take.
Whenever I first got here, I was from a big city. I was from Pittsburgh, so it was a lot different whenever I first came into this small little town
for 4.5 hours. My mom actually tried to talk me out of it, and that was my 4.5-hour drive here was, you know, don't go to Ada, don't go to Ohio Northern. You know, it's a small town, but I got here, stepped out of the car, and walked onto campus, and I looked at her and I was like, this is it, this is home. So I, you know, been here for 4 years. I have fallen in love with the town. It has so much charm. It's not what you expect it to be, but it's everything and more. And whenever you're at Ohio Northern, you have the faculty and the staff who just absolutely adore you and want to take care of you and help you be successful. They teach you to be leaders and entrepreneurs. They teach you to collaborate and to be innovative and just to never take no as an answer. So it's been a very exciting time here, and I don't think I would make any changes. I would definitely stay here, and if I could stay longer, I would, but I don't think anyone would be okay with that.
Okay, we're back here at the...
Welcome back to Ohio Northern. We're at halftime here with Ohio Northern on top 47-38. And with your halftime stats, here is Dennis Henchen.
Okay, for this Marietta Pioneers, you can see it there. It's been a pretty good shooting half for both squads. The field goals, Marietta is currently putting them in at 17-34, and that is 50%. Maybe struggling a little bit from the outside. Rebounds are pretty even. Free throws, they haven't gotten to the line as much, and turnovers are almost identical. For the Polar Bears, they're even better than that 50% mark. They're throwing it down at a 54, almost a 55% rate. So there's your first half stats. Just take a look at the standings here, as we've told you before.
This is early in the OAC season, but as I mentioned earlier, we've got two teams right near the top here with Marietta at 4-1 in the conference, and Ohio Northern just one game back. Now, granted, these teams will play each other twice, each with a home and home, but Northern very much in the thick of it here. It's early in the season, and they beat John Carroll, and that John Carroll team is also the only team to beat Marietta in conference. So you look at Northern beating John Carroll, and then John Carroll beating Marietta, and then Ohio Northern goes out and loses to Otterbein. So it's a very competitive league, and
you got to remember, there's 10 teams in this league, and only 8 get to go to the tournament. And if you want a chance to go on and advance, if you're not a ranked team like in the tournament, you got to win the tournament. So top seeding gives you home court advantage, and right now they're in a little bit of a log jam there at second place.
Things will thin out as the season goes on, but you'd rather be there than starting at the bottom and trying to work your way up. So, you know, it's been a good start so far in the league for the Polar Bears, and not only, again, with a new coach and a new style to mesh together, as Coach Benson said at halftime, some injuries that they're also trying to work through, and that, you know, all takes a little bit of time once in a while. As Edwards, a rare distance shot,
I was going to say, it did Northern a favor, shot from the outside.
He, if that was a three-pointer, he's just 5 of 21 on the season from three-point land, and that's only 23%. He only shoots 53% from the line. As he gets closer, those numbers get better. As I said, he's over 55%. A.J. Edwards is near the inside the paint. So the Polar Bears down to 5 seconds again. Dioro had a great first half, scoring 8 points and also providing some very much enthusiasm. As Coach Benson mentioned, he wanted to, just didn't think his players brought it Wednesday night, and he addressed that. And I really sensed, and we talked about just the energy level, not only with the guys on the court, but even the guys, the support players on the bench.
Yeah, it almost looks like a different team from Wednesday night. So what can I say? The kids took it. They're working hard at it. They're playing with enthusiasm. A little bit of a different lineup. But again, they're missing some quality team personnel here. And once again, Edwards is looking for the ball down on the baseline.
Well, they get a nice drive by number 3, Anthony Wallace. He
powered that puppy
his way in there and
tucked it and went up.
Be interesting to see once Polar Bears didn't score the last basket of the first half, and I should say it the other way. Marietta scored the hoop at the end of the first half and the first basket here the second half. So it'll be interesting to see if Ohio Northern can avoid a drought offensively. And like I said, they've led throughout, and you'd like to see that offense get started up here with some points on the board. They're going to get 2 free throws from Nate Berger, and he connects on the first. An 80% foul shooter. And again, I mentioned a number of these starters, these players that we've mentioned, they're shooting well over 70, 75, 80%.
And as we speak twice, you've spoken about how good it was, and they've missed the free throws. So you got the announcer's jinx.
3-point shot off the mark.
Off the clock.
It hit the top of the bankboard. I don't think it hit the shot clock, although it may have. Nonetheless, Ohio Northern rebounds the ball, and it goes back to work with the 8-point lead as we are 1 minute 30 seconds into this second half.
There's a long rock off of there by Berger, normally not his style, but rebounded easily by the Pioneers. There's a baseline
A.J.
turn.
Edwards got a nice entry pass.
He's money. He's money when that happens.
He did a nice job setting it up so he could get the ball from his point guard or his wing player, and boy, once he got it, could not be stopped. As a 6-point lead. Again, you sense a little bit of momentum swing here by the Pioneers. And then now all of a sudden it switches the other way. That's a big answer. I was beginning to feel it. Looked like he maybe even got fouled, as you mentioned. A good basket, big bucket by Aaron Tress. Goes back to 8 points. A lot of basketball left to go, and you know Marietta is going to continue to compete and make a run, and they go back-to-back, almost identical plays.
Yeah, it's money when you put it in there. He's big, he's strong, and I'm pretty sure he's left-handed.
And he's also scored 13 points on the afternoon, the game's leading scorer.
So if there's anything the Northern might miss, Ryan Bruns, who has a lot more size, and with his shot blocking ability, that might make a difference. There's a nice drive by Baker.
Baker
right
strong
hand.
to the hoop.
Just a little too strong.
Well, that would have been a great move and a good answer. This possession, the Pioneers could get.
And a rip away by Berger. Over to Hurlis.
The Polar Bears with the numbers, and Joey DiOrio with his 10th point. And I was going to say in Pioneers' last possession that a bucket would have given them their smallest margin trailing, but they turned it over, and Ohio Northern with numbers cashes in on the other end. Whistle.
And there's an illegal screen.
And they're going to call the foul on number 32, I believe, trying to post up. And just maybe a little bit too much with the upper body. As
wow, I thought the foul was out on top. It's on the back side on the bottom. So that's the third.
Second.
Foul. Second? I thought he had 13.
Well, you thought he fouled the guy down there, but he didn't.
All right, okay.
So that's where in your mind you thought he committed the foul. But 2 on the board for A.J. Edwards. DiOrio's had a nice game and is making his first start of the season today.
Usually a big spark plug coming off the bench, as is Berger.
Well, he's still been a spark plug today. Nonetheless, he plays with a lot of emotion. Tress muscles his way in.
He almost shows Edwards the same thing Edwards has been showing him.
Yeah, you just wonder why either case almost couldn't be offensive charges. You know,
there's another one.
The offensive player seemingly gets the advantage. Is a deep triple by number 11, Keith Richardson. He now has 15 points. He becomes the game's leading scorer. Nate Berger for 3, rattles it home, up and in.
After a bad one about a minute ago from the other side, he brought this one down, put it right in, rattled it home.
He's a very good three-point shooter on the season. Nate Berger averaging 41% from three-point land. A nice move by Keith Richardson. So the tempo here offensively has really picked up.
Yep, quite a bit.
A lot of up and down offense here. Both teams scoring at will, and I won't say the defense is bad. And do you think it's been bad or just good offensive play?
No, I think it's good offensive play. There haven't been a lot of freebies, chippies, or anything like that. This is just good offense.
Marietta comes in averaging 85 points a game. Ohio Northern comes in averaging 79 points a game. So both these teams
on pace to do that.
Put the ball in the basket. You know, and again, you go back to the Otterbein loss, and I don't want to dwell on it. It's over with. Maybe it was an eye-opener for the Polar Bears. Just 50 points. You think, how could you have scored 50?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
And they almost got that today in one half. So Polar Bears, 8-point lead as we approach the 15-minute mark. Good elevation by Connor Baker, number 14 for the Polar Bears. His 14th point.
That was a 2, or is that correct?
2-pointer, yep. 10-point lead. Again, Ohio Northern has answered the Pioneer run. They had a chance to cut it to within 5. Another strip by Hurlis. He comes away. And there's a foul, a collision here, and I believe it'll go against number 11, Keith
Wallace,
Richardson.
or Richardson.
There was a collision there as Hurlis went behind his back, and it's kind of like zigged and zagged, and they ran into each other. Richardson picks up his 3rd personal foul. He'll sit down. He has 12 or 15 points. It's a double-digit score for Richardson. Will sit down with the 3 fouls. And
that's a lot of points that they take off the floor because he's a pretty good ball handler as well as a good scorer. There's a kick out to the middle that's nobody's there.
Taking it to the basket and missing, but the follow-up by number 15, Nate Walker. Good follow-up there, good hustle by Nate Walker as his teammate had missed the layup. Wide open is Tress, and a good awareness by number 30, Berger, seeing Tress was wide open, and you won't get many easier than that.
There's a near steal also. Drive on the right side by there.
Dario almost read that perfectly, just missed the tip. He set up the passer and gave him the look that he was open and just
Dixon
missed.
got it and put it home.
Baker to Hurlis, left-handed 3-point shot up and in. Joey Hurlis. Maybe that collision half court fired him up a little bit.
Could be.
That's his first field goal of the game. Not that he's played a bad game, but hits a triple that time for his 4th point.
And
there's a foul against Tress.
Tress will pick up, I believe, number 3 on that play as he kind of bodied up on the dribbler, and he's going to sit down here.
There's a whistle on the floor. A full timeout will be taken. We'll take a break with him. You're watching men's college basketball on NKTelco Sports.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
Welcome back as you see the Ohio Northern Polar Bears huddled around head coach Rich Bensman as they have maintained the lead throughout. They own an 11-point lead now and have done a nice job. There's been a couple times where the Pioneers have gotten it close, but Ohio Northern's been able to respond and grow the lead back to double figures.
Yes, every rally has been met with another rally, so nobody's backing down. As it stands like this, like we said, the averages on offense should not be diminished. They shouldn't be impacted to the negative side.
Marietta is going to be under theirs. They average 85. They need to get 30 more in the next
13 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, it can be done. They're capable of scoring, but right now it's been Ohio Northern, as you mentioned, as Marietta makes a run, Ohio Northern's been able to come back with a run of their own and keep that lead in double figures.
Drive along the baseline there.
Pull up jumper by Dixon, no good. Offensive rebound is secured by the Pioneers. They'll get another look at it. Good board action by the Pioneers. 3-point shot up and in by Mel Schuler, number 4. So that was a big possession. They got the offensive look, a rebound to give themselves another look, and they answer with a 3-point basket.
Hoying got that offensive rebound and gave the Pioneers another chance.
Hurlis hit a triple as last time. This time wiggles his way to the basket and scores the ball. Nearly lost it, but converts the bucket. Pull-up jumper from the elbow, hard off the mark. Nice rebound by Donner, and Polar Bears come down quickly, and there's a jump ball held possession. Possession will stay with Ohio Northern. So it was ruled that two players from the opposite team each had a part of the ball at the same time. Shot clock does not reset.
Not that that's a problem. There's 20 to go.
Yeah, there was plenty to go on the nice backdoor cut. Well defended there, almost an opening for the Polar Bears. As Hurlis, again, as we're under 10 on the shot clock, will look for high screen. And that pass just off the mark. So a tough possession there. The Polar Bears give it up without an attempt, and they just now their 7th, maybe their 8th turnover of the game.
Yep. Still shooting at about 59, almost 60%. So if they can continue that. However, Marietta has increased theirs about 3 percentage points. They're at 53, so there's a foul down under on it as I believe Donner fouled Edwards.
You mentioned, came in, talking about three-point shooting as your keys of the game for Marietta.
Three-point shooting, yeah. Marietta's shooting it at a 23%.
And they come in nearly 49% as a team, so that has left them a little, has failed them a little bit today, although they get a nice basket there by number 1, Dylan Young.
He dribbled it right over the front edge and in as it bounced around and then just crawled over the edge.
A lot of time left, but again, this is one of those big possessions. You just hate to come away without a shot attempt, and more importantly, you'd like to come away with points.
Berger with a drive where he had to evade 1 or 2 defenders, didn't get that one above the iron.
So a chance here for the Pioneers to cut in and a whistle. Again, same style play, Diorio trying to set up his defender and come around, but he gets whistled.
Couldn't quite make it. And Hoying held him off long enough, so there's a foul there on Diorio. Diorio is going to sit down, and I think he needs a little blow anyhow for a little gas. So
Devin Allen and also Alex Sabilla. Sabilla did not play many minutes. He picked up 3 fouls in the first half pretty quick.
Very aggressive in his play.
Schuler, a 2-pointer. So he's come off the bench here to score 4 points all in the second half. Hurlis wasting no time.
Unchecked. Nobody stopped him. Nobody changed his direction or his speed. He just blew by everybody. Left-handed layup, his favorite.
Edwards gets it to where he likes it, and there's a foul on Allen. He doesn't believe it.
Allen came back. He was on from the help side, and he got called with the reach or the hack. Didn't see it, couldn't see it from here. So they're going to shoot. Edwards is going to the line to shoot 2.
Maybe not a bad foul, considering Edwards just 53% from the line. And he struggled today, I believe.
He left that one way short.
He was 1 of 3, now 1 of 4 from the free throw line.
That one is good. So 1 out of 2, about right where he's supposed to be, 53%.
7-point lead. So again, it comes down to if Northern doesn't score here, it'll give the Pioneers a good stop and a chance to get the closest they've been for a long time. I believe 5 is as close as they've gotten since basically the game started. There was a either a 5-0 or a 7-0 start for the Polar Bears. Devin Allen, a good shooter, connects from 3-point range and
could have kicked up another a foul as he got
tried to
hit low.
Yeah, gets credit for the phantom foul at one end and takes advantage of it. A little payback, if you will, hitting the 3-point basket on the offensive end. That one hit off the shot clock, so that will be a team rebound as it hit off the shot clock. So it'll be Ohio Northern basketball, and again, a 10-point lead for the Polar Bears as we near basically the fourth quarter now, as we're just about the 10-minute mark, which would put us in the fourth quarter if you want to do it that way. And it's been Ohio Northern maintaining today, and sure would be a nice victory to upend the 13th ranked team in the nation and stop their own losing streak. So the Polar Bears again, the shot clock now single digits. Will be more aggressive here to look for the opening.
Allen Wow.
Hey, when in doubt, shoot it.
3 steps behind the line.
Back-to-back triples.
Over a defender. Buries it.
You know he can shoot. And a whistle away from the ball.
Donner.
Donner is going to be whistled for the foul.
Yes.
Did you see it?
I saw him pushing.
Okay.
I
so
saw him pushing.
I didn't know if maybe I was looking up here. So a foul away from the basket. It'll be a 30-second timeout on the court. That'll give us a chance to go through our sponsors. I'll let Dennis do that.
Okay, we'd like to thank the people who make this broadcast possible today. They are Four Seasons Drive-Thru, Yamamoto East Steakhouse of Japan, J&R Auto Repair Service, Buckeye Ford, and Stolly Insurance. Our scoreboard sponsor is First National. Think First. Keys to the game were brought to you by Bud's, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. We'd like to thank those people for helping sponsor today's broadcast. Hope you are enjoying it. As we are, I think, simoed on WOSN as we speak. So hope you enjoy this as we're coming to you live from Ohio Northern University, the Joe and Margaret Campoli Court. Don't see Joe here today. He might be in the house, but I haven't seen him. Normally he's here on the front row, but I don't see him today. So back to action here with
Polar Bears will look to defend following the foul and try to build upon this 13-point lead. A nice jump shot fadeaway for Anthony Wallace.
Yeah, he took it into the defender, stopped, spun, leaned back. Usually fallaways are tough to shoot, but he trickled it home.
Devin Allen, back-to-back three-pointers. His last one, a really distant shot, has helped the Polar Bears keep this double-digit lead here, and it's Allen with the basketball now. And I'm saying if he's in the gym, he's open.
I was going to say, if he felt the last one. Here's Hurlis with a spin move.
Nice pass by Joey Hurlis and number 20, Alex Sabilla with the basket.
As Hurlis picked up 2 defenders, he just whipped it around their waist and right into Sabilla's hands, and nothing but cord. There's a long shot, rebound.
Long miss, but here comes Hurlis again. Good team basketball the last trip. This time Hurlis taking it himself, and he has fouled. So Hoyen was going to try to help him up, and he was told to step away.
Yeah, step back. Yeah.
So Hurlis will go to the free throw line. So nice play. The last time, good ball movement. I think really was set it up. Allen was open 3 or 4 steps behind the three-point line. I felt that the defense had to respect him, but instead of shooting it, he gave the ball fake, threw it inside, and that started that whole system of offense. It resulted in a nice basket for Sabilla. As the
Boy, he hit Hurlis then, and Hurlis penetrated,
it was a
grabbed,
things.
picked up 2 defenders, whips it around their waist.
But it all started when the defense thought Allen was going to shoot. He kind of all stepped out.
Yeah, he took the defenders even further away.
13-point lead. Polar Bears make good on neither of their free throws. So if there's been one drawback today, as much as we've praised them, it's been their free throw shooting. They've hit just 61% now for the game, and they've averaged as a team nearly 77. So they're getting the looks. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them.
Right.
Because as you mentioned, they're all critical, and you like to take advantage of those opportunities. Edwards missed, and boy, Sabilla's going to get a tough one. His arm got tangled up, and that's going to be his 4th foul.
Yep. Sabilla was fighting for the ball. He couldn't quite get it. His arms just went right in between A.J. Edwards' arms, and when A.J. Edwards turned, he was caught reaching across and hacking, so that's
tough
it.
break. Is 4th foul, though. Ohio Northern will be on defense here underneath the Pioneer basket. A lot of bodies in that paint area.
And they're all dancing with each other. There's another pass in Edwards, who puts it on the floor.
Again.
And Allen got in there.
On the drive, there's a personal foul, and I think it'll be in the act of shooting. Again, maybe not a bad foul, as we have seen A.J. Edwards
53% here.
Struggle today, just 2 of 5 from the line, actually under 50% today.
And 53% on the year. That's
good. Up and in for Edwards, now 17 points.
As nice as that looked, you are surprised that he doesn't shoot better all the time.
That
That
one's short. Offensive rebound, stick back for number 3, Anthony Wallace. A breakdown for the Polar Bears. That's a
yeah, it is a breakdown, but sometimes they just come to you.
Yep, you're just not in the right spot. Boy,
it came right to his hands, and he just went right back up. Not even anyone can get after him to block it.
A 10-point lead it stays as we approach the final 8 minutes. Connor Baker for 3, and boy, the Polar Bears, as you mentioned, now 11 of 19 from three-point range. 11 of 19. Good play by
Allen.
Devin Allen with the steal. Give credit to Hurlis for the defense as well to kind of set up his player.
There you go. Off of his ankles. Spin move by
good scoop and
Richardson.
Score for Richardson. Not only coming up with the steal, but maintaining balance. And there's a foul. Richardson was a very feisty defender, and Hurlis has his hands full with bringing the ball down the court against Richardson, who now picks up his 4th foul. So Richardson will sit down.
7 minutes and 33 seconds, one of their leading scorers.
Just 5 feet 9 inches.
Yeah, but he has to take a seat now.
Getting it done offensively. Hurlis will inbound for the Polar Bears. 11-point lead again. Possessions becoming more critical, more crucial now. Diorio with the basketball. Baker hit a 3-point shot his last Polar Bear possession. Devin Allen
off the
just
front
short.
edge. And Donner with a push on the back on the rebound attempt, and I believe Edwards will be going to the line for the Pioneers.
Donner picks up the foul. For him, it'll be his 3rd. Bonus situation for the Pioneers, and Edwards again will go back to try to improve upon his day at the foul line. 3 of 7. Substitutions for the Polar Bears. Nate Berger, number 30, and also maybe just one. Just one came in. Nate Berger. That one off the mark, and it's out of bounds.
No, it's not. Yes,
so
they got him for stepping on the line. Looked like it.
With
nice
Marietta.
save there by Berger, I thought.
Another chance, though, there where the Polar Bears don't come up with the missed free throw. Offensive rebound for the Pioneers. A second chance here in this possession. They trail by 11. Edwards gives it back out to Wallace. Wallace gets it into Edwards. And Wallace is fouled, so he will go back to the line as Aaron Tress picks up his 4th foul. Tress contacts A.J. Edwards on the head in that attempt, and that'll be 2 shots. Edwards now 3 for 8.
Edwards, the co-leading scorer for the Pioneers, and now the leading scorer for the Pioneers as he's got 18 on the afternoon.
Keith Richardson leads the way with 19, so this
would
will give
thought,
him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were tied at 17.
Give him a share for the lead, and it does. So he connects on both of those foul shots, and a 9-point game. So it's the Pioneers the past few possessions that have put points on the board. The Polar Bears will try to get a score here to put that lead back up in double figures. Nate Berger using his body to get in there. Joey Diorio, double 2 with a big basket following the miss. Offensive stick back points. Diorio now with, I believe it was 12 points. Edwards gets open, and with Tress with the 4 fouls, can't challenge a lot, and Edwards takes advantage of that opportunity. An easy score for him. Polar Bears spread it out, force that Pioneer defense to come out and defend a whole half court. Baker at top now as the shot clock again under single digits, or under 10. Devin Allen has hit some big shots.
And it was a 3. He was just outside the line. So big shot there by Allen.
Allen's had a great second half scoring. 2 points in the first half and 3 triples here in the second half.
And that was slapped out of bounds by Edwards, and we have a timeout here. I believe that's with 5 minutes to go. We'll be right back after these messages.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern. The Polar Bears on top by 12, and mentioned Devin Allen, kind of a quiet first half. He had 4 points in the first half, but has come alive here in the second half, even more recently hitting 3 3-pointers. Now Allen with 13 on the game, and the Polar Bears lead by 12. So a little full court pressure now for Marietta. They're going to try to force the action, hopefully get a turnover by the Polar Bears. Polar Bears' job now is not to turn it over and give the easy points to the Pioneers. And Allen quickly down the court. DiOrio's pass knocked away. The ONU women continue their dominance this season. They currently lead 77-59 over Marietta. Lady Polar Bears undefeated. Polar Bears men's team now trying to hold on to a 12-point lead and pull off an upset at home. Nate
Berger with a drive, a scoop, a hook, and a foul. So Berger putting it together there, taking it from the way out in top, middle court, and goes straight to the glass.
Berger will look to add to the 14-point lead with a free throw. And he connects.
15 big ones up right now with a little over 5 minutes to go here in this game. So
Polar
see
Bears
if the Northern
defense, if they can hold on here, is a whistle. That'll stop the action and send the Pioneers. Something the Polar Bears really don't want to do now is
foul
and stop the
clock. So we're still at 5:07 here to go in the second half.
Free throw and double bonus now off the mark by Anthony Wallace. So critical here for the Polar Bears. If it's a miss, to secure the rebound. And more importantly now, take care of this pressure they're going to be facing. And Coach Bensman will take a timeout. We'll take one with him. You're watching men's college OAC basketball on NKTelco Sports.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family-owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs.
Back to Ohio Northern University. I'm Jeff Henshin. Alongside me this afternoon is Dennis Henshin. And what we've seen so far, Dennis, is a great performance for the Ohio Northern men. The critical thing is, can they maintain that for the final 5 minutes and get out here with a much-needed victory?
That's the question. We'll find out here in just about 5:07 coming up. can they handle this pressure? And as long as the ball doesn't get trapped in the corner, that time they kind of kept it out. Maybe a little bit better. Looks like now Nate Berger's going to have it, and he'll take care of it as he comes across the line.
Pioneers applying the pressure, trying to force a turnover and get some easy scores. And Ohio Northern will look to take a lot of that shot clock down, as they've done throughout the game, as they've been able to convert in the end. And Allen goes to the basket. His shot is blocked.
And it's retrieved by the Pioneers. Here they come.
14-point lead. We'll see once if Marietta can take care of the basketball here. And there's a violation of A.J. Edwards, a little out of place, if you will. Shuffles his feet. Turnover, so Ohio Northern will get the ball back here without Marietta scoring. Allen gets it into Nate Berger. And he'll be played one-on-one against Mel Schuler. An offensive foul on Nate Berger. Team control as Berger kind of pushed off with his right arm. Player control foul. Will give the ball over to Marietta. No free throws.
Well, we went from 5:07 to 4:27. Nothing scored. So we'll see what happens now. If that continues, Ohio Northern's in good shape, but you don't want to bank on that with a 14-point lead. 4:27 to go here.
Keith Richardson, who's playing with 4 fouls. He's one of their leading scorers today for the Pioneers. Driving into the basket, and Diorio standing still, gets called for the foul. Looked like the offense definitely initiated
the contact.
And nonetheless, number 21, Kyle Dixon, he's going to be rewarded, not only drawing the foul, making the basket. He will have
line for the old-fashioned 3.
He's going to have a chance to really make a dent into this, score without the clock running with a lot of time still left. And he does just that. So nice play by Kyle Dixon. So Polar Bears now up by 9. Need to find their offensive rhythm back here as the Pioneers have increased the pressure and have scored on their possession. Tress with it, drives against Edwards. Turnaround shot up and in.
Rattled around, jumped out, and then fell back through. I'm surprised Hurlis isn't on the floor, but he might be coming back soon.
Edwards inside, and he is fouled.
By Baker, I believe.
So Edwards will go to the line. The ONU men playing Marietta today will face Baldwin Wallace on Wednesday as Edwards makes the free throw. Baldwin Wallace 1-4 in conference play today will come here to Ohio Northern on Wednesday, January 11th. That game will be on NKTelco Sports, and according to Coach Bensman, they hope to have Ryan Bruns back in the lineup as the offensive rebound for the Pioneers. A chance for what would be a 4-point play as they get it. And they'll take a timeout, so the lead now is 9. Momentum, though, in favor of Marietta. We'll take a timeout with them with 3 minutes, 33 seconds left to play here on NKTelco Sports.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru. Great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
Welcome back as Marietta comes up with a near turnover on the full court pressure. Ohio Northern led by 15 at the 5:14 mark of the second half and lead now by 9 with 3:27 left. Critical possession as they get the ball into Tress and Devin Allen.
Oh no, he did not have all three parts across. Everybody's yelling, but
yeah, that they thought he traveled. Nonetheless, nothing was called. And the Polar Bears in a possession here. They need to score points. Up by 9. Big possession for the Pioneers. They made a free throw, missed a second, got the rebound, and hit a three-point basket to cut 4 points off the lead and basically one touch. And going to the basket is Connor Baker. He is fouled.
And Wallace will be the victim, I think. And he is going to let Baker go shoot 1-and-1 now for the Polar Bears.
Big free throws coming up now for the Polar Bears as they have struggled a little bit from the free throw line today. 60% for a team that's shooting the ball at 73% as a team.
Richardson back in the game. They're doing a little offense-defense here with him to try to save him with 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes to go here. Baker's first attempt, good.
Is up and in. So big point for Connor Baker. Not for sure what John Vanderwall is upset with. There was a foul. Not real sure what this.
So the lead now at 10, might go to 11.
Baker connects, so good job by Connor Baker. Big points. So defensively now the Polar Bears need to step it up and get a stop. Edwards nearly had it, but Nate Berger comes away with it. Good job by Nate Berger knocking it out of A.J. Edwards' hands. Connor Baker finds Berger.
Gonna chew time if they can. Oh no.
Floater, Berger, oh, all but
dances
in.
Around, doesn't go. Here comes
Pioneers
the Pioneers
with the ball now, chance to score, and they need to do it relatively quickly as we're under 2.5 minutes to go in game. They get it into Edwards, and he gets a shot to drop. 9-point lead. They pick up pressure full court again. Baker will call a timeout as the Polar Bears didn't do much to help him get open, and we'll take a timeout with them. You're watching men's college basketball on NKTelco Sports.
So if you would have told me that coming out of high school 6 years ago that I would be sitting on a national student board overlooking the chapters around the country for the National Community Pharmacists Association, that's something that never would have crossed my mind. I would have said, you're crazy. But because of the opportunities and the help of a specific professor who she really pushed me and motivated me to want to become that well-rounded student involved in my profession as a student, I'm really looking forward to taking that involvement and kind of promoting it through my profession as I move from student to pharmacist.
Welcome back here. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left. Big possession here for the Polar Bears, Dennis. Can they take care of the ball and score?
Yeah, try at least chew up some time with 2:17 to go. There was a deep pass, didn't get it. Here comes the next trap in the corner. Over the top, Berger has it. Oh,
Whoa,
that
high.
one's going downtown. Going downtown. So,
Right idea, just a little excited. Pass goes high and didn't chew up much time. Pioneers still trail by 9, so important here for the Polar Bears to defend well. a foul.
Foul
Another
or a
foul
kick?
called against the Polar Bears fighting over A.J. Edwards. Nate Berger appeared to have a steal, but contact was made. We've had a lot of those whistles where they've been defending on the interior pass, and Polar Bears commit their foul, and the free throws coming up for A.J. Edwards.
So we'll see once if Edwards can deliver here.
6 of 12 from the line today. 2 shots. Short. 9-point lead. It remains as Richardson goes out, as Dennis mentioned, with to not have to play defense and potentially pick up his 5th foul.
He represents a lot of offense, both ball handling and scoring.
Yes.
Edwards, next one.
Makes 1 of 2. 8-point lead now, under 2 minutes to go. Baker gets into Berger. Berger steps through, finds Devin Allen, and he is fouled by Edwards. Edwards didn't think so, but when you bump a guy at half court running basically full speed, it will be called.
So
Edwards, his 3rd foul. He has 25 points. Our stat sheet says 25, the scoreboard says 23. Nonetheless, Edwards had a nice game. Edwards, yeah, the 25 points. As Allen drains a free throw.
Bent at the knees a little bit like he wasn't sure it was going in, so that moves it up to a 9-point spread. 3 trips.
Allen's had a nice second half offensively, being another spark plug coming off the bench, and he now has 12 points.
There's a nice skit roll, nice finger roll, scoop.
Polar Bears have to take care of the basketball. Allen now with 15 points.
Baker has it
So
over
under
to Berger.
under a minute and a half, nearing that. It's knocked out of bounds, so it'll stay with Ohio Northern. Good hands by Richardson, avoids the foul.
And punched it out from behind. Excellent defense by Richardson.
21 seconds left on the shot clock. Ohio Northern up by 8. You mentioned the scoring. I talked to you about the 13-minute mark of the first half. If Marietta would get to their average, they're there. They're at 85. Ohio Northern above their average. They come in averaging 78 points. They're at 93. So right now the offense for Ohio Northern needs to finish it out. Tough shot, left-handed variety, as Allen misses a shot and commits the foul. So kind of a double negative there, as they will put the Pioneers on the line with 1:17 left. And free throws coming up for the Pioneers.
So an 8-point lead here with 1:17 to go.
It's at number one, Dylan Young at the foul line.
He can cut it to 6. He misses the first. So that's going to leave it at a 3+ trip game for sure.
Young, a 68% shooter on the season. Makes 1 of 2, so the lead gradually being chipped away at. It is now 7. Remember, it was 15 at the 5:14 mark of this second half. Baker gets it in to Devin Allen, and he is fouled.
They fouled the wrong guy there.
So a hold call against number 3, Anthony Wallace. And Devin Allen
goes to the
has
line.
15 points on the game. Remember, he had 4 at halftime, hit a couple big 3-point baskets in the second half here, and is currently 4 for 4 from the free throw line today.
And I think this is double bonus. I'm not positive. Yeah, it is. And he shoots that one down. Allen from the free throw line, as we said, about 89%.
Whatever a 15 out of 17 was coming in, be right around 89. He's probably above that now, being 6 of 6 today. 9-point lead. Need to play defense and force the Pioneers to utilize or use clock. Nice defense by Berger. Duario with the more important rebound, and the Polar Bears 61 seconds away from pulling an upset here. Again, a team, I hate to keep going back, but this team scored 50 points on Wednesday and now have put up nearly a century against the 13th ranked team in the country. So Joey Duario, his first start this afternoon, has responded very nicely.
And this will be his
first attempts.
Yes.
12 points on the day, 10 rebounds, double-double for number 22, Joey Diorio. Diorio hits 1 of 2. Clock running under a minute to play. Edwards, nice entry pass. Wow. It looks like Ohio Northern's just trying to stand there to do nothing, and they're going to be called for the block. As there was contact, but Diorio was just standing still.
It was on the down man, right? I
believe it was on 22, Diorio, and
he was on the block. He was taking the charge.
It looked like from here, he was just standing there. But if he had some sway to his shoulders or something, that could have drawn the foul. And 9-point lead. Edwards has had a nice game today. Game not over yet. A lot of time left as Edwards hits 2 of 2.
8-point lead.
Will throw it in for the Polar Bears. Polar Bears with 4 timeouts left, so they don't want to throw it away near the basket. Edwards should be called for a charge, a block. A turnover committed by the Polar Bears. And then Edwards going to the basket is fouled.
Wow, I thought he was standing there the entire time because Edwards had no place to go but straight ahead. So 8-point lead with 45 seconds to go.
Polar Bears do have 4 timeouts left. So if they do get in a bind in that trapping defense, they could use that to help bail themselves out, but it's down to 7. A free throw here would make it 6. And it is 6. Suddenly now Edwards making free throws. Allen with the basketball. He will try to keep it in his hands as much as possible, and he will call timeout.
They backed off like they did not want to foul him, knowing that he is a decent foul shooter, and the wrong man to send to the line.
There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with him. 38 seconds remains. It's 96-90 Ohio Northern on NKTelco Sports.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
Polar Bears clinging on to now a 6-point lead. 38 seconds remain. They've been having some difficulties against this full court pressure. They're going to try to
get it to
avoid
Allen.
The turnover. They got it to Allen. Nearly a turnover. They get the ball down, and now an open Aaron Tress, and he will make it.
And gets fouled.
Boy, a big answer there now. An 8-point lead, and nearly it looked like it was going to slip out of his hands or maybe get blocked. But they broke down the pressure. And if you can do that breakdown of the press on the first line, usually good things can happen in the backcourt.
Because they have really been uptight. I mean, they're just daring you to almost get the ball in bounds. So Thresh will go to the line to shoot 1.
Tress could make this a 9-point game.
And
he does. His 19th point. Another timeout called by Coach Bentzman. And it is a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here and go over again. Our keys of the game were brought to you today by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. Our scoreboard sponsor, as always, First National Bank, think first. And our sponsors for this game included Stolly Insurance, Buckeye Ford, J&R Auto Repair Service, Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, and Four Seasons Drive-Thru. A strong thank you to all those, or to those sponsors that allow us to do this. And this is Men's College OAC, Ohio Athletic Conference basketball today. And we have the 13th ranked team in the nation, Marietta Pioneers, playing here in Ada, Ohio against the Ohio Northern University Polar Bears. And it's the Polar Bears a 9-point lead with 30 seconds to go. Ohio Northern has led from the tip-off. Can they hold on here the final half minute?
There's a deep three, and it was so deep he should have let it go, because as he rebounded it, DiOrio stepped on the end line.
DiOrio double-double, 13 points, and now 11 rebounds. At the end of this game, try to get a few words from Coach Bensman as he leaves the court, and hopefully those are good positive words if this team can hold on here the final 19 seconds, and it appears that they will, unless...
Now, wait a second.
40, Tress will get called for the
40.
foul, so...
Here, he is going to be charged with a tripping foul, I believe.
So that'll be his 5th. So good afternoon for Aaron Tress, playing some maybe extended minutes. 8 for 8 from the field. Did not miss a field goal, and 3 for 3 from the line.
Perfect day.
So 19 points,
2
a couple of rebounds.
19 on the afternoon. Very good day.
Considering he was playing against this young man, A.J. Edwards, all afternoon. A job well done, and Polar Bears appear to be on their way to a big win and hopefully get them back on the right track again after a tough stretch of basketball to end the year and begin the new calendar year. Allen gets fouled. 8-point lead with 16 seconds, and usually this is automatic, so Allen can really make a difficult task here for the Pioneers if he makes these free throws.
So with 16.4 seconds to go, we have an 8-point lead by ONU, maybe a little bit higher, as he's going to get 2 for sure. And
Allen
he buries the first one.
With 18 points on the day, make him 7 of 7 from the free throw line. He is 3 of 6 from distance today. And he connects on both, so.
9-point lead here, or 10-point lead here now with
senior
16
guard
seconds.
Doing a nice job here as his team will hold on the final seconds here. Marietta will pull off, and the Polar Bears at home have upset the 13th ranked team in the nation, 101-91.
So as the teams begin to go through and shake hands on a hard-fought but a very clean and well-played game by both teams, we hope that we can catch Coach Bensman here before he goes off the floor. As we said, Marietta is number 13 in the country. This will be their second league loss, so that'll make them 4-2 on the afternoon, depending on what everybody else does. And Northern being a little shorthanded, minus some of their big players. It sure is nice to get this W here at home after rather a rough game on Wednesday night when they were only
Here we
able
are
to score
with
50 points.
head coach Rich
lost the game.
Bensman. Rich, congratulations. Your team led wire to wire today against the 13th ranked team in the nation. You had injuries. You had a poor performance on Wednesday. I'd say what you said between Wednesday and today, your team responded, and you've got to be happy.
Well, we got after them, too, after a ball game, which we normally don't do on a Thursday. So I kind of got after them a little bit on Thursday. And then we just talked about not focusing on winning and losing, but focusing on the necessary effort and intensity in order to be successful. And I think that's, with the injuries, and then we were doing pretty well, I think they got too focused on winning and losing. I think we need to focus on the effort that's necessary to be successful. And that's what we talked about.
They look very impressive. It was hard to believe, watching this performance today. The offense was there. You had a number of guys contribute. You shot the ball extremely well. If anything, the free throw margin maybe wasn't so good today, but your field goal shooting was good. You got contributions from a lot of different guys.
Well, when we try to play one-on-one basketball, and I know the kids, everybody loves the NBA now, and we need to share the basketball. We need to, go side to side with it, change the floor, inside out. And when we do that, we have a good shooting percentage because we're getting good shots. Yep. And so we transitioned into something what I call possession. And we just, and when this team does that, and we still have a lot to get in yet. I still don't have our half motion in yet or our high and wide. And it's a process. Yep. You got to polish it then. You got to drill it. But when this team plays together, it's like anything. They do a nice job. And so if we're going to play as individuals, we're going to fail. But if we're going to play as a team, we're going to succeed.
We saw a lot of team effort today, and we want to thank you for stopping by. Go enjoy this one. A good win. Good luck the rest of the season, and carry on the good job here. You're welcome. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here from Ohio Northern on NKTelco Sports.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
I'll just do the double figure.
Oh. Welcome back to Ohio Northern, where the Polar Bears have pulled off the upset 101-91. And with our game stats, here's Dennis Henshin.
Well, before we give you game stats, we just want to say the Polar Bears shot 73% from the line. That definitely was a big aid. As late in the game here now, it was basically foul and make your free throws. If you don't, you're in deep trouble, and they did. So with about 4 guys in double figures, there you got the stats for both squads. And we've got pretty much even everywhere across the board. The lack of threes for Marietta probably was their downfall today, with only being able to hit 4 of 18, where Northern was over 50% with 12 of 22. Let's look at the scores for today's game. Marietta, for example, Anthony Wallace has double figures with 12. The leading scorer for the day is A.J. Edwards, as he cashed in on 30. Dylan Young had 5. Keith Richardson had 21, saddled there a little bit by foul trouble. Kyle Dixon had 12, and a few other guys had loose change for their total of 91. For the Polar Bears, Connor Baker, nice game, 19. Joey DiOrio, for his first start here, had a couple of blocks to go with 13 on the day, 10 rebounds. Aaron Thress, 19 on the afternoon. As Jeff noted earlier, 8 for 8 from the field, 3 for 3 from the foul line, and a couple of rebounds besides. So a terrific afternoon for him. Hurlis, Joey, had 7, and that went along with 6 assists. Nate Berger starting one of his infrequent games, 17 with 3 assists. Austin Allmeyer, big, had 2 baskets almost back-to-back, a 3 and a deuce for 5. Devin Allen, 19. He was 8 for 8 from the line, so perfect on the afternoon. Alex Sabilla had 2. Daniel Donner did not score, but was had a tough assignment because he had to try to guard the big guy underneath. Did have a couple of rebounds. but basically did not hit the scores column. So that pretty much adds up for the afternoon. Jeff, you
I mentioned Coach Bensman, and talking to him, I thought maybe at the time it seemed like free throw shooting during the game was letting Ohio Northern down, like they weren't maybe taking advantage of it. Well, then you look at what Devin Allen did the final few minutes of the game. Perfect. That bumped that percentage back up to right where Ohio Northern's at. It was 73%. So they, I guess when it counted the most, and you said earlier they're all critical, but when it counted the most, they converted, and that bumped that percentage back up to 73, and it held on, and Marietta made some runs, but Ohio Northern never let them break them. They made the runs of their own, and they led, like I said, wire to wire, and they got a big win, a home victory, and that snaps a 3-game losing streak and allows them to get their 4th OAC win of the season.
Yeah,
so that keeps them up at the top, and they will turn it around and try to do it again on Wednesday as they stay in league action.
They may be tied for first, barring what happens this afternoon with Mount Union, because Marietta will be dropping to 4-2, as ONU will be moving up to 4-2. So have to wait and see once how all those numbers come in after a while. So
I'd like to thank our crew today. They included Janelle Bullheimer, Tyler Wolf, and Bryce Hamrick on cameras. Our van crew of production staff included Daniel Allen and John Quahorse. And for Dennis Henshin, I am Jeff Henshin. We hope that you enjoyed this telecast. Once again, your final score, the Ohio Northern University Polar Bears 101, the Marietta Pioneers 91. Thanks for watching.